We all love the sound of money, and a $1,500 sign-on bonus sounds even better. That's right, Bellisio Foods of Jackson is offering a $1,500 sign-on bonus to new employees. Receive an extra $100 your first 6 weeks, then $400 after day 90, and $500 after day 180. Don't wait. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers today. That's BellisioFoods.com/careers. Come work for a company who truly values their employees. Come work for Bellisio Foods.
Show some love for the graduating seniors in your life with custom-made gear from Zip Printing in Jackson. Yard signs, banners, screen-printed t-shirts, and more. Zip Printing can do it all. Visit yourtotalmedia.shop to browse all of Zip's gear to show your school spirit for the class of 22. Zip also has everything you need for graduation parties like custom photo cards, invitations, and napkins. Call 740-286-3023 or find them on Facebook at Zip Printing Signs and Marketing.
Well, happy Tuesday, everyone. Welcome to another edition of the morning show right here on Main Street TV. Of course, Jennifer here to start off your morning. Sorry I missed y'all yesterday, but I think JJ and Porterhouse did a fantastic job. Maybe got in a little trouble, but I didn't hear if they did, so hopefully not. But we have a very special guest here on our show this morning, and this is Dr. Karen Wong, and she is from Holzer. And of course, you may or may not remember back when we were all having to wear masks and things, you were here last year and we talked about this too, but there's a free skin cancer screening event coming up, right?
Yes, it is coming up this Saturday, so we hope you guys can come out.
That's right. And it's a very, very important thing. But first off, in case people missed you the last time you were here, can you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. So I'm Dr. Karen Wong. I am a third-year resident now at Holzer Medical Center. And in case you've forgotten what residents are, we are doctors. We've completed 4 years of medical school. And we're just in our training stage where we're still under the supervision of an attending senior doctor. But we still see patients on our own. We still get to see all the very different things that patients come in on a day-to-day basis.
You know, how much, I'm just sitting here thinking about training and being a doctor because, you know, you see new things, I'm sure, every day. But how different is it being in school versus actually seeing patients? I would think that's how you would definitely learn.
So it definitely is very different because in school you're mainly shadowing a doctor, but when we're in residency, these are our patients. We feel a little bit more ownership and a more responsibility over taking care of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's a very hands-on thing. You have to actually see everything and talk to the people. And very good. Now, where are you originally from?
I'm from California.
That cracks me up. Welcome to Ohio. It has to be culture shock.
Actually, I was talking to my nephew last week, and he was telling me there's all these like gigantic billboards in San Francisco where they're encouraging people to move to Ohio.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what that's about.
It's a campaign from Ohio trying to get people to move from California.
Well, come on over, hang out with us. We're cool here. So if in San Francisco, do you have like rain and sleet and 90 degrees all in the same day like we do here in Ohio?
Well, we get a lot of traffic, though.
That is true. At least here you can get where you're going quickly.
Right.
It's a trade-off. Well, very good. So are you at Holzer, is your role kind of specializing in skin, or is that just one of the things that you're focusing on this weekend?
So my specialty is family medicine, so that is one of the things we do. But I do have a very good interest in skin and taking care of a lot of skin lesions and other ailments that patients have because they can see it and they're like concerned about it. So we want to take care of it.
You know, and that's exactly right. because if you see something weird on yourself, you might want to get it checked out.
Yes.
Because it wasn't there yesterday. So there's probably a reason why it's there today.
Or it's been there for a while and people just kind of let it go too. So,
Yeah, we don't want that.
no, we don't.
But this weekend is a perfect opportunity to get a free screening. So tell everyone, where do they go and what do they do this weekend? Because this is fantastic.
So the location that we're going to have this event at is in Pattonsville, at the Holzer Clinic there. And reasons why you would want to come would include if you're over the age of 50, if you are of Caucasian race, if you haven't been applying sunscreen daily on a routine basis, if you have any moles that have changed in size or appearance, if you have any areas that are just changing in the texture. Yeah, if they're itchier, if they're not healing, they're bleeding, those are all reasons to come in.
Okay, and again, it's free.
Yes, it's free.
And you get to see Dr. Wong, and she's so precious. Look at her. And we get to see her now. minus all the face coverings. Okay, so 9 a.m. to noon. Now, do they come into the actual facility, or is it like a drive-through deal, or how does that work?
This is going to be inside the facility, just due to the privacy that we want you to have.
Sure.
Because we are offering head-to-toe skin cancer screening, so you have the option of being in a gown if you want everything checked out, essentially, or if you just want us to look at a particular area.
And I think that that's fantastic. Number one, if you're there, why not just get checked out all over, right? And so when should you be, I guess we can get into the kind of specifics of when should you be concerned?
So as reasons I mentioned, especially if you have a lot of moles that have changed in color, size, some moles, they might turn blue or be half blue, half white, half brown.
You just lost Marla over there. She's like, I don't want blue moles. Really? I've never seen a blue mole before, which is good, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
So those are all reasons. If you have more than 50 moles, that's another concerning reason.
Okay.
And if you have a family history of melanoma.
Okay. Now, what is a mole?
A mole. So it's basically hyperpigmentation of what we call melanin, and it's just a more darkened area is how it looks like to a lot of people.
Okay. So, I mean, having moles is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just how you're made up.
Yes. So it necessarily can be just nothing to be concerned about, but we become concerned about it when it becomes very, I guess, out of control, where it's growing to an extent that it should not be.
Right. And you can tell. And I mean, I guess, what can people do at home to, the best thing to do is know your own skin, right?
Correct. So things you can do to check yourself if you have never looked at your skin before, especially in areas that are harder to reach. So you can have a full-length body mirror and have a handheld mirror as well if you're by yourself.
Okay.
And just looking from head to toe, looking at your scalp, looking behind your ears, looking in your armpit area.
Okay.
Those are all areas to look for in addition to, your arms, your back.
Okay. Hey, make a game of it. Do husband, wife, mole looking.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. See? We know how to do all this here. All right. So what if somebody comes up on Saturday to the free screening and they have some concerns, then what happens? So will you be there taking a look?
I will be.
Yay.
So we have these special magnifying devices. We call them dermatoscopes.
Okay.
That we'll be using to check over any moles that you might have. And that gives us a better look to see what it looks like.
Okay. And then if there is an area of concern, what would the next step be?
So we will make a referral. So we'll set you up with an appointment. It can be with either one of the residents that we have at the clinic. I actually do a lot of lesion removals and biopsies. So we can get you set up. If it's somewhere that there's a lot, we can refer you to the dermatologist as well, and different specialties.
Okay. So some things you can take care of yourself. Other things, if it's looking a little bit out there, then we're going to send you on to the dermatologist and they can take care of it. The good news is Dr. Wong is award winning. We have heard. You have to tell everyone about so Dr. Cosenza is the doctor that kind of oversees residents, correct?
So he's an ENT doctor at Holzer.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
I saw him not too long ago. He's so sweet.
He is.
Yes.
He's very nice. That he was giving our suture clinic. So we have these pig's feet that we practice suturing and sewing skin on. And
they're not attached to a live pig, are they?
Okay. No, I think we got them from Piggly Wiggly.
That's very fitting. That's so cute.
But he was evaluating all our sutures, and he gave, I guess, me the award for best sutures. And it's a pig trophy that says you're oinking spectacular.
See? Now you know you can put all of your faith in Dr. Wong because she is oinking spectacular. Did you keep the trophy?
I did.
Is it on your mantle?
It's in my office.
How cute. I love that. That's so good. No, but that would be, I would think suturing and all that would be almost an art.
It is. I really enjoy it. I love making things look pretty.
She has the prettiest pig feet in Southern Ohio. That's hilarious. Okay, so, all right, so we come up to the clinic on Saturday, free cancer screening, skin cancer screening. What if somebody can't come on Saturday? How would they, but they're concerned about something? How would they, what should they do?
So you can always make an appointment with any of us, and we will gladly take a look at it as well.
Okay. All right. Yeah, because I feel like with the farming community and a lot of, different things, especially living in Ohio, where I was joking about it earlier, but I mean, it can go from 40 degrees to 90 degrees in a day's time, and you're not prepared. It catches you and you're like, oh, I didn't think I needed sunscreen today because it's cold outside and whatever. So sometimes you just do get caught. And so we need, number one, you to wear sunscreen, right?
Yes, every day,
all
if
the
it's
time.
cloudy
Yes.
and snowing outside.
Do you work for the sunscreen company?
I do not.
No. She would love to see you, but she really doesn't want to have to see you, right? But no, I would think though with like the farming community and all of that, what are some of the things that you see mostly here in our area?
In terms of skin cancers, I've seen some growths that some people have let go for quite a while, so they've grown to quite a size that you don't even need my magnifying glass to look at it.
Yeah.
And we have removed quite a few skin cancers or areas that were about to become skin cancers. So, but once you remove it, I mean, it's a very good chance of making sure, you've removed the cancer.
Okay. So this is the thing. It's not going to go away on its own. No. You can't wish it away. You can't pretend it's not there. You need to get it taken care of.
Right.
Yes. So let Dr. Wong check you out. Okay. So let's go for a minute about protection and talk. You mentioned you should wear sunscreen all the time if you're outside.
Correct.
Where are the places that people forget to put sunscreen? I assume ears.
Yes, ears, but actually eyelids as well too.
What?
Yeah.
Eyelids. I never would have thought about that.
So that's a common area that's missed, and you can get skin cancer there too.
Okay.
And then lips, wearing SPF chapstick.
That I
helps
definitely do. I'm a chapstick person.
Great.
So, yeah. So back of the neck, all of those things that typically if you can't see it, you should probably
Right.
put some sunscreen
Get
on it.
some
Think
help.
about that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Again, make it a fun game. Will you SPF me? I had a guy, that was a pickup line at the beach one time. A guy came up to me and he was like, "Excuse me, do you have any SPF?" I swear that happened. And I was like, "No, not for you." It's really creepy.
That is good. So don't do that.
Yeah,
but-
don't do that. Don't ask some rando girl on the beach if she has SPF. Don't do that because that is really like I wanted to blow like the rape whistle. Anyway. All right. So let's talk about the event once again and like where to go, what time, all that stuff.
So it is this Saturday from 9 a.m. till noon, and it's going to be again at the Pattonsville location at Holzer, and it's going to be on the first floor.
So basically, if you walk in the front door, second floor? Okay.
Oh. It's on the second floor.
There's only 2 floors, so it's either on the first or the second floor. There will probably be signs, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
There will be people directing.
Just say, "I'm here for the free skin cancer screening event," and they'll point you in the right direction. And say, "I want to see Dr. Wong because she's so sweet." So, what are some of the other things while you're here? I would love to talk about some of the other patients that you see. I know that you're very interested in skin, but you see all kinds of patients, right?
Yes. So we have patients with high blood pressure, diabetes, high cholesterol, COPD, people who want to quit smoking.
Oh, that would be a good thing.
Yes.
So if you just need a family doctor,
Mm-hmm.
you can call Dr. Wong.
Yes.
Okay. Or one of the other residents as
And
well.
we would be happy to see you guys.
Are you mostly at the Jackson location or are you everywhere?
So where I see patients is in Jackson.
At the clinic location. Yes. Okay. Very, very good. So they can find you there. All right. What else would you like to tell our viewers while you're here?
Well, we would be happy to see you guys on Saturday. So please come out to our free event.
And it's free.
Yes.
You're not having to pay that office visit. Not that that's like a ton, but I mean, I'm just saying, and you're there, you're accessible, and that's what you're there for. So let's take advantage of that.
Yes, and bring questions that you have too.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, like, we would rather you say, "I don't know, I feel like this thing looks weird," and it not be anything than the other way.
Right. It's better to get it checked out, have that reassurance that, this is okay.
Yeah.
But rather than letting it go.
Yeah, absolutely. So that is a good thing as well. All right. I think, did we get it all? Did we cover it all?
I think we did.
We did good, didn't we?
We did.
But no, we really do hope that you take the time on Saturday to come out and take advantage of this wonderful thing. This is why Holzer is so awesome in our community, because you guys do things like this. Even from, clinics of all sorts that people can come up and take advantage of. So thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure for us to take care of our community. So this is just one of the things that we have offered here, and we really hope you guys take advantage of it.
Absolutely. So are you going to stick around in Ohio for a while? Can we keep you?
This is a very hard question.
I knew it.
I really like the community here and my staff. So I'm still thinking about it.
We're going to keep her here. We'll come up with a scheme later. Okay. No,
Done everything but hog tire.
yeah, hog tying, not probably. Although, I mean, she is pretty good with pigs, I hear. So, yeah, suturing them. That's so funny. That is a really good story, by the way. All right, well, we'll let you get out of here for the day. And girls, thank you. We have Miss Amy and Miss Marla here too, who never want to be on the show. Marla says once was enough. That was like 350 years ago that you were on the show. Okay. All right. Every 2 years. You heard it. You heard it here. She said 2 years.
It's on the record.
So there you go. All right. Well, we'll let you girls get out of here. I know you have patients to take care of. And thank you so much for stopping by, and come see us anytime.
Thank you for having us.
Of course. And make sure you get out there this weekend to Holzer, and they will take good care of you. All right. So, James, you want to do the weather? Thanks, girls. Because the weather, again, as it is Ohio, is all over the place. Today looks like a very, very pretty day with highs of 79 degrees and some sunshine. For tomorrow on Wednesday, about the same. A little bit of chance of rain there in the forecast, though, on Wednesday and Thursday, but highs in the low 70 or high 70s to low 80s. And then look at Friday, though.
90.
Sunshine, but 90 degrees.
90 degrees.
I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
40 to 90, just like that. So,
Yep.
anyway.
That's how it goes, isn't it?
It is. It's Ohio.
It was beautiful this weekend.
Yesterday,
So nice.
It was so pretty. Just,
Yeah.
man, I felt so badly though. So Jamie and I went up to Columbus on Saturday and worked. There's a beer festival at COSI. It's called 6-1 Pour. Get it? 6-1 Pour. Anyway, great thing about working. I will say this: the great thing about breweries in general is everybody is so helpful still. Like, you know how you have other businesses and everybody's cutthroat and everybody's just like.
Yeah.
And so, first thing we're trying to park, which was a nightmare, by the way. They were having another festival going on at the same time. And anyway, ran into a guy, a friend that we know that owns another brewery, and he was like working it by himself. And he had this like, big, his cart. And we had to go like from the COSI parking lot all the way across the thing into the front door of COSI. So you have to, it's like a walk. It's a haul. So you're having to like wheel all this stuff, back and forth. And he's, got this thing. It looked like what the Grinch packed on his sleigh. It's kind of like that.
Did he have a tiny little dog pulling it?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Just himself. So, but anyway, it was just like everyone was helping everybody out. And so we got there, we got all set up, and then our, something on our system wasn't working. So that same fella helped us out and whatever. But it was a gorgeous day. And they had about, I would say, 10 breweries set up outside.
Yeah.
And then it just
poured.
With no warning whatsoever.
Yeah.
And those poor people were just running for their lives, trying to grab all their stuff. And I was like, I've never been so happy to have a table inside in my life. Like, I was just like, I'm so sorry. And there was just nothing anyone could do.
Yeah.
Everyone was just soaked. The tents were all waterlogged, and everyone's trying to wheel all this stuff in. And it was just water pouring everywhere.
Oh, no.
It was horrible. But so then they started pulling tables inside, and everybody got set up inside and whatever. And it was fine. But oh man, just out of nowhere. And it poured like that the entire rest of the night.
No.
It was horrible.
Yeah. It rained here Saturday night, but I didn't even notice because it was after, it was after dark.
Yeah.
It's completely missed it.
Man, it was bad there. So, but yeah, it was a fun time, and I think they had about 55 breweries there, something like that, and yeah.
Did you try them all?
I did not try them all. I did try quite a few, but I did not try them all. Okay. I know we had some friends that stopped by and they're not like huge drinkers. And by the end he was like, I don't know how people do this. I was like, you need to go across the street and get you some pizza. You'll be fine. Just carb up.
Have you seen that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia when they're trying to break Wade Boggs' drinking record?
No.
So Wade Boggs was like a professional baseball player in the 80s, early 90s.
Okay.
And he was famous for supposedly drinking 60 beers on a flight from Boston to Los Angeles.
Wow.
And so there's an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where
they try to do that.
And then,
that would not end well at all.
And then the catch is like, not only do they have to do that, but then they have to like, after they land, they like go to like the batting cages and he has to like hit a baseball.
That would be, entertaining.
It's very funny.
I'll bet.
Very funny.
So, the play on Sunday. Since I haven't talked to you, how was the
Apple
play
City Players?
Yes,
so funny.
Was it hilarious?
It's pretty funny.
I'm so sorry I missed it because we were there all weekend.
Yeah, everybody was so good in it. Matt Wilson was so like just chaotic in it. It's so funny. He just like as it goes on, he just gets more and more neurotic. It was really, really funny.
Good.
It was really funny. Everybody did such a good job.
Good. I wish we could have been here to see it.
You definitely missed out. Hey, if you want to look in your stack there, go down a couple more. The Apple City Players, right there it is. The Apple City, that one right there. The Apple City Players Children's Theater is kicking off tomorrow.
Oh, is it already?
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Okay, yes. And this is going to be such a cool thing for the kids because you can basically see through an entire production from the start to finish, but you can also get tons of experience.
Yeah.
And it's all like free for the kids.
Yeah, it's free.
So you can learn all of this stuff for free. So yeah, Apple City Players Youth Theater Summer Workshop starts tomorrow, May 18th, 7 to 8 at the Marquee. It's a 6-week course in theater arts, and it's free to kids grades 6 through 12 from any Jackson County schools. You can experience the workings of theatrical arts and all the behind-the-scenes crafts like set design, stage lighting, sound and technology, costumes, props, directing, producing, all of that stuff as well. So they ask you, bring your kids to celebrate, get the details, sign up early. So that starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow for anyone in grades 6 through 12.
6 through 12. Free classes will bring in professionals and local talent to open the world of theater into the lives of the youth of Jackson County.
Yeah.
So
really cool.
So neat. The kids can literally work hands-on and learn all aspects of putting on a production.
Yep. Yeah, and the summer program is going to focus on the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yes.
And then eventually this is going to run into the big Christmas children's theater Christmas play that they're going to do.
Exactly.
So it's kind of like a year-long program.
Yeah, or like 8-month-long program where, and again, the kids can start, I mean, this is start to finish. This is starting at the beginning and planning the thing on up through the production.
Yeah. And I will say for the Fox on the Fairway show that they did this past weekend, the set they built was pretty impressive.
Was it?
It was pretty good.
Good.
The whole thing was pretty impressive, honestly.
Did your putt-putt thing make it into the play?
No, they ended up not doing that. And I think the reason they didn't do it, so there's a couple scenes in it when they have to putt. And I think if they'd used that, it would have put them in a difficult position where the actors actually had to make the putt.
I see.
So I think they kind of put it off stage so you couldn't actually see. So I think that makes sense. But there's one part where the character that's like the head of the country club needs somebody to fill in for the golf tournament. And so the character that Katie Spriggs was playing, so she's got to show that she can make a putt, right?
Yes.
And he hands her the ball, and he's like, take this ball and put it down there and hit that chair or something like that. And he hands it to her, and she rears back and like chucks it. And it's like this broken glass sound effect and everything. It was really funny.
It's like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely had some Happy Gilmore Caddyshack vibes going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was really, really funny. And they really did a great job.
Good.
I was impressed.
And those are all like fun things, and they've worked so hard for it.
They really have. They spent a lot of pretty much every night for 2 months working on that.
Right. And I think that, the kids, if that's something that they would be interested in, and even if you are a wallflower, if you will, like if maybe you're shy, there's still all kinds of things that you can do behind the scenes, even to be involved, though.
Yeah, the lighting, the stage building, stage hands,
all of that.
Yeah, sound mixing, all that stuff. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that's happening too.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to be an actor to be involved.
Yeah. I do have to give a shout out to Jules Stewart.
Yes.
So she's a very ingenuitive. I'm saying that wrong.
We'll go with it.
Okay. So
we'll make it a word today.
So they wanted to video the play.
Okay.
And so she didn't have anything to hold her phone on the tripod. So she's back there scotch taping her cell phone to a tripod.
Nice.
So I was like, that's some pretty impressive ingenuity. There, I said it right that time. Ingenuity.
There you go.
Yeah.
So low budget operation. Yeah. We got the scotch tape.
Yep. Breaking out the scotch tape.
It was better than duct tape. That would have been a little stickier.
That would have left some residue.
Yeah, exactly.
The phone would have stuck to your face the next time you used it.
You'd be like, why do you have this stuff? I don't know.
Because I don't have to hold it anymore. I just slap it in my face and it just stays
it's just
there.
Stuck there.
Yep.
Oh, God. Okay. So, so there you go. Apple City Players and the youth thing tomorrow. So you can...
Yeah. It's exciting.
That's so much fun. Absolutely so much fun. And then let's see, what else happened this weekend? There was something else I was going to ask you about. What else did you do?
I don't know. I went up to Athens. I saw I don't know if I showed you this picture or not. Went to the Ridges and saw a vulture.
I saw that on Facebook.
And I was like, that's a ghost.
Like some creepy stuff.
Yeah, that's a ghost.
A vulture sitting on top of the ridges.
Yeah, it was like 100% a ghost. And it looked like a gargoyle on like an old cathedral or something.
Yes.
Yeah,
that is so really weird. Creepy. You happen to be at the right place at the right time to get that picture.
That was freaky.
What the heck were you doing at the Ridges, by the way?
I'm just checking it out. It's
Can
cool.
you still go in there, or is
so there's an art gallery, the Kennedy Center. Is that the Kennedy Center is what it's called, right? I think that's right. But yeah, so the Ridges is owned by the university now, so it's all part of the school. But the only part that's open to the public on the regular basis is the museum that's there at the front, and it's normally student work.
Okay.
It'd be nice if they had a little bit history of the building there, but there's not a whole lot of that. It's mostly an art gallery for student work and things like that.
I feel like if they did have that, because all of us sick and twisted people are morbidly fascinated by that.
I think they still do tours occasionally, but a lot less than they used to because so much of the building is in pretty bad shape.
It's in bad shape.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Yeah. But, for what it is, they've done a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Keeping up with it. Caught on fire decades ago now, but a lot of the old photos that you see of the inside is, from my understanding, is not really what it looks like anymore.
I see.
Because after that fire, it was never built back to its original majesty, because there was a big grand ballroom and stuff like that, I believe.
In the Ridges?
Yeah, well, it was just a community event area, but it was just super fancy because that's just how they built things back then.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Things were much more formal back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
So high school baseball and softball playoffs have kicked off.
Yeah, lots of fun going on.
Yeah.
And I heard there was some excitement in one of the games, like a walk-off home run or something.
So Oak Hill and Wellston, this was the last game of the regular season. It wasn't a home run. It was a single. But yeah, It was a walk-off bottom of the 7th inning win for the Oaks. That was last Friday. We talked about that a little bit. Yeah, we talked about that a little bit yesterday.
Just to make it an exciting game.
Yeah, but this was a little bit of exciting for Wellston last night too.
Yeah, and it looks like, so I can just read this. Wellston opened up their tournament play in a big way, earning victory over Colgrove to advance to the Division III sectional final on Thursday. So this coming Thursday. Will Briggs drove in 4 runs, including a 2-run home run, while Zach Wilbur tossed a no-hitter and struck out 11 batters.
Yeah.
11 batters. Wow. And we have a video about that. And unlike the Reds, they actually won.
Yeah, they pitched no hitter and won. So let's watch this interview with these kids real quick from.
Me and Jeremiah talked about this before the game. We're both being seniors. We know that we got to win or we're done. I mean, we don't want our high school athletic careers to end at all, and so we know we can't take anybody lightly. No matter what the records are, everyone's 0-0 come tournament play, and it doesn't matter the seeding either because anybody can beat anybody. That's the great thing about baseball. So, yeah, we just knew we couldn't take anybody lightly. I've been struggling in the past couple of weeks, just pitching, and I really want to focus in tonight about hitting my spots. I was struggling with that. So I wanted to just come out and play the best I can for the team and just get as many ground balls as we can to make plays. I mean, I know I got a great defense behind me, so they're going to make the plays they need, and we're just going to win at all costs.
Well, I had a 2-0 count, and I'm not going to lie, that pitch I tried to hit a mile, the one before it, and then I realized I probably shouldn't do that and just go for contact, really, and got a good swing on it, barreled it up, and finally got one.
Honestly, we just know that we don't start out like fast like anybody. Put up 8 runs in the first inning. We know that we gotta take our time. Don't get frustrated or anything. We just gotta know that we'll get our runs when we gotta get them, and we just gotta make sure to not take anybody lightly.
And this team, when we get hot and start winning games, it's like a snowball effect, and we just keep playing off the last game, winning more and more.
It's awesome.
I just love, number one, the fact that our local kids do so well. But number two, like, these videos are so great too. Because you get to see their excitement.
Right.
And who took that one?
Brock Netter.
Okay, thank you, Brock.
Sports editor. And I know Jackson and Vinton County played last night, I think.
Okay.
And Todd Compston covered that, but I haven't gotten any information from him yet, so I'm not sure what happened in that game.
Okay. Very good.
It's still exciting.
We'll try to bring some of this stuff to you because, again, Total Media is out and about at trying to cover all of these sporting events, and there's so much stuff going on.
It's really a lot. Yeah, this is a really busy time of the year.
It is.
Because this is all the track meets, there's all baseball and softball going on.
You had the Jackson prom this weekend, and I know the other proms have been the past few weekends. It's just it's ending up winding down the high school careers for the kids. Do you remember what that felt like? Do you remember your senior year in high school? It's just so
exhausting.
It is exhausting. I don't feel like I was in class at all my senior year because I felt like we were out doing stuff.
You were out decorating for the prom or something like that the whole time.
Yeah, and I know as a class officer, we had all kind of meetings to you had to plan all the assemblies and you had to, do fundraising and you had to do all that stuff. And it was just I just felt like we were always doing something. Yeah. And not to mention you're trying to apply for colleges and you're trying to go on the visits and you're trying to do all of this stuff. And I know it's way worse for kids now. It's there's so much more stuff they have to do, but senior prom's always such a fun thing, and then you have graduation, and it's just a whirlwind.
So for the Jackson prom, they did their walk through at the high school, and then they had the prom at Park's Edge. So the kids, everybody had to go from the high school to Park's Edge after the walkthrough.
Okay.
And so I live right there, and I was just sitting watching that parade of people, and it was like never ending, and it was just that was some good people watching.
I'll bet. That would have been like a lot of parents and a lot of kids.
Because it's like one car is like kids that are all like hyped up, and the other kid, and then the next car is like grandparents that are like past their bedtime and are,
like,
are
oh, thank God.
and are annoyed that they're stuck in traffic. Yeah, that was some really good people.
That would have been good. I like that.
I think Oak Hill's graduation is this weekend and Jackson's is next.
Okay.
I think.
It just comes up on you just like that, too. It's like
something like, I might be wrong.
I
keep getting it mixed up.
I think Jackson's is
right.
typically Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Because that's when we have alumni and all that stuff, too.
Mm-hmm. A lot going on Memorial Day weekend.
Yes.
Of course, we had the Festival of Flags.
We do.
Dwight Eisenhower. There's like a classic rock cover band. Their name is Rock House, I think.
Uh-huh.
I think they've been at the Festival of Flags like 2 or 3 years ago, I think. Probably whatever year. So they probably didn't have it in 2020, right? So it was probably 2019.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. And then there's a country singer as well. Can't remember her name off the top of my head, but obviously we're excited for Dwight Eisenhower.
Yes, we love him so much.
We're trying to get him back on the show. And then the Feast of the Flowering Moon is that weekend too.
That is a beautiful festival there in Chillicothe, down in the park.
Yeah.
And that's a cool one. Lots of local vendors and, neat stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
And so the radio, they think they're going to be at both of them. so that's going to be a lot of work for those guys. But just, another example of just how much, they're doing trying to be part of the community.
That's right. And, that's what's fun about local radio, being out and about and doing those fairs and festivals. And I think about like my most fun times when I worked there, it was always going to the fairs or going somewhere because you inevitably get to meet like the craziest, weirdest, most fun people.
You definitely have a lot of people come up to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we were on last Friday. They did the remote from the Harlow Motorsports, the grand opening.
How'd that go?
It was really, really nice turnout. Lots of people there. But that's just kind of like such a high traffic area anyway. Like you'd be surprised how many people just kind of walk through there. So they had the radio booth set up there and they were doing the WWE ticket giveaway. Oh man, people were coming from all over the place to sign up for those.
I want my tickets.
They wanted the tickets. Man, I'll tell you what, they've given several of them away now. They gave us 40 tickets to that show to give away. So you've got a lot of chances to win. I'm not sure when the show is. It might be next Friday.
Wow.
But yeah, so they gave us a lot of tickets to give away. So be listening to 96.7.
Where is that show?
I'm pretty sure it's in Columbus.
Okay.
At Nationwide.
Cool.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to one of those?
So I have never been to a televised WWE show. I've only been to the like the house shows. So it's a little bit different, but it's still a fun time.
They are so fun. So strangely enough, when we lived in Columbus, we went all the time. But it's so funny because, like back then, I don't know, I haven't watched wrestling for a long time now, but like they had, Friday night this, and then it would change to Raw, and then it was this, and then it was that. They would like literally stop the whole thing, change the set and then keep going again. So it was all the same.
Right. Yeah. They still film
at
stuff
the same
that
place.
way.
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think. I mean, I'm not entirely sure, but I think WWE films their 2 main shows live, but then they have 2 or 3 other shows that they piggyback off of and tape like after they've finished the 2 live shows. I think is how they do it. Yeah.
Okay. So it was like, okay, everyone hold tight. Yeah. We're going to change the set. We'll be back.
Yeah. But like, that's such an interesting issue because like, that's a lot because you're like asking a lot of the audience in those situations, right?
Yeah.
Because you've just gone through that roller coaster of the main show.
Yes.
And then they're like, okay, hold on tight. Now we're going to bring out a lot of less famous people and do it again.
Yeah.
To film this other show. And they're and they want the audience to like still be
with the same excitement and
right.
whatever.
But like a lot of people are going to go home. So that is a really weird thing, and they are kind of like asking a lot of the audience in that situation.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, now everybody get excited and scream and woo, and all that. So it's a hoot.
I'll tell you what is really fun if you've never been to is like the small like local wrestling shows. Dude, those are really wild. I regret not getting to go to one of these so much. So there's a group out of West Virginia. It's called like Appalachian Wrestling Association or something like that. I'm probably saying it wrong. But so they did this series of matches or shows or whatever you want to call it last summer in the parking lot of Piggly Wiggly's.
Shut up. That's awesome.
The pictures online were so funny because it's all so they're in the parking lot of Piggly Wiggly, wrestling ring, people in lawn chairs all over the place. And of course, they're in the evening. It's all at like 7, 8 o'clock. So there's always like the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen going down behind Piggly Wiggly with a wrestling ring.
And people just knocking the tar out of each other.
Oh my God. It made for some really funny pictures.
I'll bet.
So I regret missing that. But we used to go to them at Hocking College every now and then. And those were really funny. People really got wound up.
Wrestling.
Yeah. I think there's another event in Chillicothe coming up relatively soon. Or maybe we missed it. I can't remember. But they do. Yeah. But they do those shows pretty often. I think they have another one coming up this summer sometime.
Very cool. So if you like that kind of thing, it's around.
Well, then
there's wrestling at the fair.
Micro wrestling at the fair. We're gonna have to see if we can get some contacts to get those guys on the show.
That would be fantastic.
That would be really fantastic.
Yes, love that.
See if they can take Matt McKee.
I think they can.
I think they can too.
We were watching. Jamie and I had stopped somewhere. On Sunday up in Columbus, and we were watching it.
Boxing, MMA.
Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the letters.
Dude, those guys,
but
really
no, it was girls.
Well, those girls,
and they were scary. I was like, and then the one that lost. Oh man, she was mad. I was like, dude, I wouldn't want to be in her locker room.
Yeah. Well, like those guys, they knock the other person out. And they're like flat on their back, like don't know what planet they're on. And then they jump on them and start pounding them. How do they not kill them?
I don't know.
When the person gets knocked down, you should stop.
Yeah, like don't keep wailing on them. I don't know, man. It's something. Do you know like how physically fit you would have to be to do that?
Especially to go the whole time.
Yes. And not only are you, okay, like, you can be like a good wrestler.
Try to hold your hands like that for 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be a good wrestler. You can be a good boxer. You could be, whatever, good at martial arts. But like having to combine all of that together and know if you're put in this situation, this is what you should do. And if you're put in this situation, I don't know how they do it. It's crazy.
Either. They are crazy. It's absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
I do really, if you want a good laugh, though, get on YouTube and look up videos of really cocky fighters getting knocked out.
That would be fantastic.
Like guys are just like, just like bobbing and weaving and stuff like that. And the other dude just like one punch and just slays them. That's pretty good stuff.
Yes. You deserve what you get if you're like that.
Yeah.
No, Festival of Flags is, I think that is literally one of the prettiest situations, I guess is what I would say. When you drive into Oak Hill on Memorial Day and you see 93 just like lined with those flags and it is just breathtaking.
Yeah.
It is so pretty and just such a fun little festival down there.
Of course, they upgraded that playground equipment recently.
Yes. So you can take the kids.
So if you're not crazy about the sketchy amusement park rides, you can go down the slide.
There you go.
Probably safer.
It's probably, yeah. But then they always have, lots of great food and all that stuff too. So
every way that you can fry a potato, they got it.
Yeah. Or fry whatever.
Yep.
Fried everything.
Fried everything.
All right. So what else do we have to do?
What do we not have to do?
All of it.
Well, you've got a stack there of a few things that are kind of coming up.
Yeah.
These guys are going to be our guest on Friday, I believe.
Okay.
Talk about that event.
Yeah, I need to talk to you about that because I think I'm supposed to be a presenter.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well,
I think
you can ask them on Friday.
I'm pretty sure that they asked me like 6 months ago, and I just saw this and I thought, I think I'm supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But no, there's going to be a workforce symposium for Southern Ohio employers. Employers and business leaders, is your workforce tomorrow ready? So they're doing this fun thing at Park's Edge, Tuesday, May 24th. It's from 8 a.m. to noon to discuss challenges industry leaders are facing when designing a plan for tomorrow's workforce. There will be a panel discussion featuring educators, business and industry people, and a special workforce presentation by John Trott, Executive Director of the Greater Ohio Workforce Board, Inc. And of course, that's brought to you by all kind of people, but Ohio Means Jobs, the Jackson Area Chamber of Commerce, Jackson County Economic Development Partnership, and Gallia County, Ohio Economic Development, and a whole lot more stuff. So, yeah. So they'll be here Friday to talk about that. And I'll find out if I am.
You're supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Speaking of economic development, there's going to be University of Rio Grande is going to have an announcement in the next couple of weeks. So 60 years ago, Rio sold a portion of its land to restaurateur Bob Evans.
Yes.
The farm was the start of the Bob Evans legacy and still houses the original Bob Evans restaurant and homestead. In 2017, a portion of that land was donated back to Rio by the Bob Evans Corporation.
Yes.
So on May 24th at 10 a.m., Rio Grande and the Ohio State University are going to have an announcement about what's going to be done with that land.
Yes.
And it's going to be agricultural education related.
Yes. It's going to be really cool.
So on the 24th, there's going to be a big announcement about that.
So there's going to be, shall we say, probably some new classes and majors being held at Rio that you've never had, the opportunity to take before.
Yeah. So that's going to be a big story here in a couple of weeks.
It's going to be huge.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of development going down in that area. So yeah, a lot of fun things. Was talking to Ryan Smith the other day, and there's a lot going on down at Rio. So really, really exciting stuff.
Absolutely.
Yep. Very, very good. So we have, that's Tuesday as well. Tuesday seems to be the day. Also, the Wellston Rotary Club received a donation for a Field of Heroes project.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. They're having its Field of Heroes flag display. I think we talked about that last year.
Yeah, we talked about it quite a bit last year.
Really neat.
Yeah, they sold like 200 of those little flags.
Yeah,
or something like
they had. Yeah, like they ran out
of space.
Yes. Yeah. So I'll bet it's bigger and better this year. So they're doing their Field of Heroes flag display on Memorial Day weekend. The display is held at the old Wellston High School, so right there on Pennsylvania Avenue when you drive into Wellston. It's that big empty lot there. Recently, members of the Wellston American Legion made a $1,000 donation to the project. So thank you to them. Pictured there are Wellston Rotary Club members Kim Ridge Burrows, Legion Finance Officer Andy Holzaffel, and Wellston Rotary Club Committee Chairman Dorothy Riepenoff. And the flags will be on display from Friday, May 27th through Tuesday, May 31st at 5 p.m. And so if you have any questions about that or whatever, maybe get hold of one of the Rotarians. They can help you out.
Yeah.
That's a really neat thing to see.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yep.
Then I think we got one more we were just talking about the Festival of Flags.
Yeah.
Got some buy your ride passes in advance.
That's right.
Save some money if you want to ride those death traps. I mean, rides.
Stop. They're perfectly safe. James.
I don't know.
Pardon me.
Are you going to get on them?
Well, I'm probably going to choke to death before that. So if anyone has any ideas on how to get rid of this, please let me know because it is getting real old.
Yeah.
So yes. back to the Oak Hill Elementary students with a sponsored ride ticket can be redeemed at the festival. Let's see. Oh, they're trying to give each Oak Hill student. Okay, I see. If there are any who wish to sponsor a child, tickets can be purchased to be given to a student on your behalf. The committee will be selling pre-sale tickets on Tuesday, May 17th and Thursday, May 19th at the festival stage from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Message the Oak Hill Festival Flags Facebook page or call Jennifer Hughes at 740-418-3306 or just track her down. I'm sure she's not too hard to find. She's always out and about to sponsor classrooms. So you can sponsor a thing. Save money by purchasing before the festival. Full price wristbands will cost $30 at the festival. Pre-sale ride passes are $15. So that's a bargain.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you can get those at the Oak Hill Village building during regular office hours as well. Or you could sponsor a kid. That would be so nice.
Be a nice thing to do.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah. And I was talking to Jennifer Hughes on the phone Friday.
Yeah.
We're just trying to line up, figure out, because she's Dwight Eisenhower's. She's his people.
She's his people for the area.
So we're trying to figure out what we got to do to get him on the show. I guess he's in Europe right now.
Oh, goodness. Yeah. Europe to Jackson. Jet setting.
Yep.
No, he has to go down as one of the most fun guests we've had on the program. He's a great storyteller. He talks, about his life as an Elvis singer, I guess, but also just some of the funny stuff that's happened along the way.
Yeah, I'll never forget the story about him running over that lady's foot with the parade float.
I know.
Just the best. It's just the best ever. And so if you are busy Memorial Day weekend, he's going to be at the Marquee pretty soon too, July 2nd.
And he always sells that out as well.
Yeah, so those tickets are on sale now.
Yes.
So I would recommend, if you want to see him, you better get them, because it will sell out.
I'm going to tell you what, if there's ever tickets that are going to sell out at the Marquee, it's him.
Yep.
And people lose their minds.
He's got fans.
He definitely has fans. Elvis has fans. Dwight Eisenhower has fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I think I've got an idea for a reality show. We're almost out of time. But here's my pitch. We get a bunch of tribute artists.
Okay.
And they have to perform a tribute to a different artist. Ooh. So Dwight Eisenhower would have to put together a Kiss tribute band. And Mr. Speed would have to put together an Elvis tribute band.
I like it.
Yeah.
And just have them square off.
Yeah.
See who does it better.
I think that'd be epic.
I love it.
Yeah. I mean,
you're so smart.
I don't watch reality shows, but I might watch the first episode of that.
Yeah.
Especially if I was the person that came up with it.
Yeah, you'd probably watch it if you had something to do with it.
No,
yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
That would be fun. I like that. I mean, listen, there's a reality show for everything now.
That's true.
It is so ridiculous.
Yeah. Have you watched the Great British Bake Off?
No.
No? You're not familiar with it?
No.
Okay, so this is a thing. I'm surprised you're not familiar with it.
Okay.
So it's just a British competition baking show, and it's just chill and funny, but sometimes they bring casts of TV shows and stuff on it. And it's pretty funny. So one of the co-hosts is Noel Fielding, who's a really weird offbeat comedian.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Old Greg? You don't know Old Greg?
No.
Oh my gosh, Jennifer.
I know. We'll have to watch this later.
Yeah, parental guidance warning on Old Greg, by the way, if you're watching. But he's really weird and really funny.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just this weird, charming British show.
I like it.
I don't remember where I was going with this, but
reality shows.
Yeah, reality shows. But one funny bit of trivia about that. So the name of the show is The Great British Bake Off. In the United States, I think it's Pillsbury owns a copyright on the phrase Bake Off. So they have to change the name for the U.S. version of it. And they have to film everything twice. They have to say the name different and everything. And when they give the trophy at the end, in the American version, they either have to crop it so you can't see the trophy, or they have to go in and digitally alter the trophy so it doesn't say Bake Off to avoid being sued by Pillsbury.
That is crazy.
Whoever it is. Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Hey, at least they didn't try to copyright like Ohio State.
Yeah. Well, we were just talking about KISS. Supposedly Gene Simmons tried to copyright the $ symbol.
Come on. So no one can ever write the $ ever again without paying him.
Apparently.
Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. Well, it's 10. We made it.
We did it.
Want to thank Dr. Wong for stopping by. She is so sweet and cute. And they're offering something at Holzer this weekend that everyone should be taking advantage of. And that's the free skin cancer screening. So if you have anything anywhere that you're questioning,
like she said, if you have any moles that look different than they used to, that's kind of the big giveaway that you need to have it looked at.
Yeah. And I agree with that.
Or darker or what? Apparently bluer.
Blue. If I had a mole turn blue, I'd already passed out by now. So
yeah,
that'd have been it.
Yeah.
She said she gets to do Dr. Pimple Popper things too.
Glad we didn't talk about that. All right, bye everybody. Thanks for watching.
I think that would be
before Jennifer goes off on a pimple popping rant.
So have a great day. We appreciate you for tuning in, and we'll be right back here tomorrow on Hump Day. So we'll see you then.
Bye, guys.
Bye.